Hi, good afternoon on this really hot and summer Tuesday. Thank you all for joining me today as we go over our entire NRT Gateway. So, NRT Gateway is that wonderful thing that y'all log into, and I do too, so does everybody else who's with Coldwell Banker. We use our Colorado Homes email address to get in. If you're with Devonshire, you're using your Devonshire Homes email address, and then the password should be something that you've already set up for yourself. And so we all get into our NRT Gateway. And that is our starting point for all of the Coldwell Banker items, different softwares and technologies that you have at your disposal. That is where all of those items are going to be housed. And so your starting point is always NRT Gateway. For those of you who are joining us on the call today who have been with Coldwell Banker prior to, 3 years ago, you're used to going to cbagentinfo.com and then finding things that way. I urge you to start doing it through NRTGateway.com because lots of the items that you can find in CB Agent Info are going to redirect you regardless through NRT Gateway. So start with NRTGateway.com, sign in, and from there you can access CB Agent Info, you can access every other item that you might need. So my name is Katrina DeBacco. I'm the broker concierge for Coldwell Banker, and I am offering all of the CBBC live classes to you, Coldwell Banker Broker Concierge Live. We're doing a series of 8 classes for you every single month, and I hope that you can join us for not only today's class, hopefully you also saw the Global Luxury presentation, and earlier today we hosted our In Touch and our new Panda classes, but these are here for you every single month, and so I do encourage you to continue watching them. Thanks so much, and let's go ahead and jump into the NRT Gateway. Alrighty, so we've got our NRT Gateway. I already signed in right here. And so what I'm going to do is actually just give you an overview as to what each of these tiles are. So for most of you, I should have met with, if you were newer to the company, I should have met with you, and we've already done our first broker concierge orientation where I set up a few accounts for you. Now I am going to go over that setup again very, very quickly because it should just be a refresher. I do realize, though, in the beginning of your time here, as you affiliate with a company, you're getting hit by managing brokers, by your, by me, by CTM classes, by MLS classes, and then of course you also have Star 90 and then classes within your offices. So I know that you're getting hit by a lot, and that's why I just want to do a brief overview of the setup that we did, but also really I just want to show what all of these other guys are. So first things first is your In Touch account. Your In Touch or Market Leader account is going to be the largest app or tile. There you go. I'm looking for tile, not an app. The largest tile that you should see right here at the top. In Touch or Market Leader. Market Leader owns In Touch, so you might hear us saying one or the other names. We're talking about the same exact product. Moving forward, I'm going to call this Market Leader. With Market Leader, that is going to be 2 things for you. It's serving 2 purposes. First and foremost, it's your CRM, and secondly, it is your website. So to access your whole system, you click into Dashboard, and from Dashboard, this is going to bring you to your CRM side. If you ever, Market Leader does a really phenomenal job at always notifying you anytime there's been enhancements done, and so this is actually letting you know some of those enhancements that have been complete as of June 2017, so as of today. We have got a polygon search, so that's actually pretty cool on your search page. If you go to your search page on your website, and it's going to give you the capability now to start outlining in any sort of shape or form of the different areas that you plan to be searching for property. You can now create single property websites. You actually have been able to create single property websites in the past. I think that now we are marketing them and we've given you more widgets within them. You get bulk group updates, campaign updates, and there's so much more. So I encourage you, when you log in, you should also receive your new alert here. Click on this button right here which says explore all the new updates. That way you can constantly stay in the know of what's going on with your Market Leader account. Now, Dashboard is going to give you an entire overview of your system. Contacts is where you are going to load your actual contacts. If you are planning to import an entire list into this system, please do be sure that you're selecting the correct file that you plan to upload. And please, please, please watch the training video. I know many of us, and I am in this category as well, but many of us like to just kind of bulldoze our way through things and make it work or figure it out. That's totally me. And sometimes I miss some of the quirks, some of the drop downs, some of the radio dials I needed to hit, or a formatting issue. So please, I urge you to watch this training video before uploading your list, because it will save you at least 30 minutes. Now, it saved me, it didn't save me actually, because like I said, I bulldozed my way through it, got frustrated for about 46 minutes, and finally decided to watch the training video, which I should have done from the get-go. So please don't do as I do, and just use your resources. The other way to do it too, if you don't have too many, is just click on add a contact, and then you can simply add in the contacts that you have listed here. I do recommend that you add yourself in here as a contact, because you want to have a dummy account to play with. Next, you've got listings. Your listings tab will allow you to do anything that you can think of with listings, including adding a custom property. You can, if you were to click this button here, I can include property details, and this is how I'm going to be able to create those single property websites. Then I've got a marketing tab. Marketing tab allows an entire design center that I can use for anything that I'd like. And so I've got email marketing capabilities, print marketing capabilities, as well as campaigns. Now, out of all things I will talk about in today's presentation on this specific topic of Market Leader, this is going to be your friend. Help, training, and support. And once you click on this, this is going to drive you to Market Leader's website of their training and support. So I can come here and look at popular topics. I can view the webinar calendar. That way I can sign up for any of these customer power hours, which are live trainings hosted by Market Leader. I can also type in right in here anything that I might be looking for. That way I can learn the system on my own time. Lastly, you've got upgrade options. Upgrade options is just going to give you a little synopsis on what you get for $175 a year. If you do not have the upgraded version, which is called InTouch Pro, I 100% recommend that you do that. For $175 a year, it is well worth the money. I can't even explain to you how worth it is. And most people who understand that are those who have paid for an additional CRM or a website hosting service. But just to give you an idea, and if I'm doing this correctly, so $175 a year with 365 days in a year, that comes out to 48 cents a day. That is the cheapest you will ever see this kind of software for you. That's going to be available to you. And the reason is that Coldwell Banker is actually subsidizing a very large portion of that cost for you. So please do check this out. You get your own website domain. You get the app version for your CRM. You're going to get a host of widgets on your website side to help you really be competitive in that digital space. Again, it's well worth, I think, the $175 spent. You probably spend, I don't know, I want to say like 5 times that on eating out a year. So please do check that out. Now, what I'm going to show you next is going to be here within your account settings, and I'm going to go through this very quickly, and it's just to show you how you're going to set your account up. For most of you on this current webinar, this should be a refresher for you. Now, you're first going to start by clicking Edit so that you can start manipulating any of the information here in your profile details. Maybe my name is Katrina, my legal name is Katrina, but what if I go by Michelle? So on my name here, I can change my name and type in Michelle if that's what I prefer to be called. Michelle DeBacco is actually my sister-in-law, so we'll keep that as Katrina. Title, we're going to keep, most people tend to go with broker associate here in the state of Colorado. You can also opt to use realtor so long as you have met the guidelines for using that licensed title. Make sure you have your cell phone number included here and your office number. You're also going to want to add your social media information in here, your social media URL. So if you are a part of, let's use Facebook as the example because that is the most common. I want to make sure to get my Facebook page on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on Add Social Media, choose my social media, and then I'm actually going to go to my social media page. I'm going to go to my home screen, oh, just click your name. And I'm going to take this very top URL right in here. So that's what I want to take off of my social media page. And I'm going to come right back over here, paste that in, and click save. That's all you have to do, and then you would get your social media placed right in here. The last thing on this page that you want to do is make sure that you have your photos loaded. So you're going to click on Edit, choose File, upload the file, or click on your file, then click on Upload, and do the same for your marketing image. Next, you're going to go to Office Info. You're going to ensure that all of this information is correct. So you're going to click on Edit and fix anything in there that needs to be fixed. And then next, on your left-hand panel, you're going to Activity Alerts. You want to ensure that all activity alerts are turned on at least the email side. You do not need to have text messages turned on as well, unless, of course, you want to receive alerts via email as well as text. I just have them turned on, honestly, for training purposes, but if it were me, I'm getting hit enough on email, and I get my buzzers going off every which way, so I'm fine with just getting the email, but many of you out there do like to receive the text messages as well. If you opt for the text, so what you're going to do is you hit save. You want to make sure everything's checked off. If you opt for the text, please enter your cell phone number at the top and choose your carrier as well. Then you'll hit save at the bottom. Alrighty, that is our overview of this side of the system. Now, next I wanted to show you how you're going to access the back end of your website. First of all, if you don't know what your website name is, you can click on Settings, and then you can click on Website, not click on it, but next to Website, I highlighted where your website name will be. So for this account, my website name is cbbrokerconcierge.cbintouch.com. I'm just going to go ahead and copy that because I want to check this website out. So I'm going to punch that in. And now I see the website here. So on this website, what I'm going to show you, I'm not going to actually get into the nitty-gritty of items because that was actually taken care of this morning in our InTouch class. But what I just wanted to show you is how you're going to actually get into the back end of your website. You're going to come back. I'm back in our InTouch Market Leader account. You're going to click on your name, and then this time you click on Website. When you click on Website, this takes you to the entire back end of your site. You can now search for anything at all that you'd like. Each of these are going to be live links that you can click that are going to control a different portion of your website. So play, play, play. Have fun, play around within these. I've said it to you if we've met, and I will continue saying it, but you cannot break the system. I promise you, you cannot. If there was a way, I would have done it. I am the type that just presses, like I said earlier, I kind of bulldoze my way through things and like make things work. And so I bang buttons. I, keep clicking on different tabs. I keep clicking on the refresh screen. I would have broken the system already. So I promise you, you cannot break the system. So next, I'm actually going to move on from InTouch. If you have any questions, please do. Like I said, I'm going through this quite fast because I know that I've gone through this with most of you on the call. If you do have any questions, though, please do chat them into that chat box, which is right to your lower right screen. Now, I'm done with Market Leader. Next, I'm going to move on. We're going to look at CB Agent Info, and I'm just going to go left to right here. We've got CB Agent Info. CB Agent Info is your intranet. So this is where you want to come if you want to find anything for the company. So this is your Google, if you will, for Coldwell Banker, Colorado. Now, if anybody out there wants to give me an example and type in something that maybe you're looking for, maybe you're looking for a logo, maybe you've been wondering a little bit more about our luxury program, or maybe you have a referral in Florida that you want to figure out what you even need to do. Feel free to chat. I was trying to buy some time here, hoping that somebody would chat something in. Okay, so let's say that you're looking for our Coldwell Banker logo. I'm just going to type in Coldwell Banker logo. And here are my search results. So Coldwell Banker logo, EPS. So these are the file types. residential brokerage. Actually, this is the one that I'm going to want because we are a part of the Coldwell Banker Residential Brokerage. So you can just click on this. I get my logo. It's going to give me another link to click, and here it is. So now I can just right click and save the image as. Now I own this image and I can use it for anything that I needed it for. Again, this is just your intranet for anything Coldwell Banker Colorado related. You can also type in any how-tos. So how to add video to InTouch website. Adding video to your InTouch website. So as you can see, type in anything that you're looking for and wham, there it is. Next we've got, I'm not going to go through this one, Home-Based InTouch, formerly Lead Router. Pretend it doesn't exist. Hopefully it does not exist any longer on your side of NRT Gateway. We do not need that. Home-Based Insight. So if I click on Home-Based Insight, this is a really awesome reporting tool for your clients. So let's say, let me go into here. Just give me 1 second to actually get into just an example to check out. So if I click on just this one. Okay, so whenever you click on Home-Based Insight, it's actually going to pull up your own listing. So this is a showing report, a listing report, if you will, on how many views, how many clicks different websites have pulled. So on this one, as an example, it's only pulling up 3 for me on this one. Yours should pull up some more, but it's actually showing all of, the date range is going to be from 6/17 to 6/18. So just one day of data. This is how many clicks are this home is receiving. So your Home-Based Insight report is actually emailed to you. Again, this is only when you have a listing. It's emailed to you every single Monday to show you what the stats have been for that week. This is a great tool that you can then give to your clients for a few different reasons. I like the reason of just showing them the work that you're doing for them. But here's the thing. Here in Colorado, our market turns pretty quickly. And so 7 days sometimes you no longer even have the listing. But this might be a really good way to use. Like, let's say that you have a seller who's such a stickler on price. They think their house is worth $1 million. You know their house is worth $230,000. So let's say you list it at $1 million. Do not list it at $1 million. This is just a very, very obvious example. But let's say you're going to listen to your seller, so you're listing it at $1 million bucks, and then you show them this report. You have received 367 clicks on Zillow, 21 on Realtor, 2 on ColdwellBankerHomes.com, all in a day. Let's multiply that times 7. You're going to get some pretty high numbers here. So over the course of 7 days, you have had so much online traffic, including probably the open house that you've held 3 times. You have had so much traffic and nobody is willing to make an offer. That's a great, great piece of information to use to help your seller reduce the price. So this is a good tool for that as well. Again, this is your online Home-Based Insight report. Next, you have CB Exchange. CB Exchange is the Coldwell Banker Worldwide, if you will. The Coldwell Banker NRT Gateway Worldwide. So I click in mine. Yours should immediately take you to your login. I'm hoping that mine will as well. So if I go to NRT Gateway users, enter here. If it ever doesn't immediately drive you right into the page and takes you here, just make sure you follow your steps for NRT Gateway users. So I'm going to go ahead and enter my same credentials, Debaco. Great. And so now this brings me into the portal. So within this portal, again, so let me just kind of explain what I was saying earlier about the NRT Gateway Worldwide. As a Coldwell Banker residential brokerage agent, you all have access to the NRT Gateway. That's kind of a given. That's why we're here today to talk about our NRT Gateway. Now, for those people who are not a part of the residential brokerage side and who are only a part of a franchise Coldwell Banker, they don't get NRT Gateway. They only get this guy right here, CB Exchange. And CB Exchange is kind of, it's a form of NRT Gateway. It's just an agent portal. and it's where you can come to manage your coldwellbanker.com profile. It's where you can come to get into your CB University. There's going to be trainings within there. So you might just click on your menu tab and you can click on and browse around any of these items within here just to kind of get a feel to see what it is. But I will tell you that being on the residential brokerage side, we pretty much have you covered with all of the tiles that you have here in the NRT Gateway. If there is ever a dire need for you to go into CB Exchange, we would do some mass communicating to let you know that there's going to be something valuable in here for you. Next, you have MarketQuest. Now, MarketQuest is really nice in that it provides very great educational information for you as an agent. Now, why I say for you as an agent is because this is going to pull up any types of market trends that you plan to look at for different zip codes, cities, counties, anything like that over a given period of time. Now, I like this system as it pertains to assisting you in learning, about the market, because it gives you great analytical information and it puts it in very, I feel kind of silly saying in an analytical way. I mean, it's giving you charts and bar graphs and pie graphs of all of the information. It doesn't look pretty. It looks very analytical. It's very informative. It's for you to start learning about the different markets. So for those of you who are new on the call, which is most of you, this is going to be a great tool for you to use to start becoming the expert in whichever given area that you plan to farm. Now, I don't recommend you giving these types of reports to your clients, again, because they're not pretty to look at. For a client who doesn't study this, you want to give them something fantastically easy to use, and I'm going to show you how to do that in a later tile. But this one is going to be really good for you. So you can come in, browse. Let's say you want to learn about the single family market. So I'm just going to uncheck these guys here. I want to look at either REO, non-REO, or all. I kind of want to look at all. I'm going to go up to $1 million. The date range, let's say I want to go from, this right now is set to year over year, last 12 months, grouped by. I can do anything that I want, whether I want a brand, a broker, an office. Of course, then I get to choose via MLS area, county, city, zip, school district, subdivisions. So if you have a family who is very interested in looking at homes only in the Cherry Creek School District, you can definitely search by school district alone to pull up information on that. Again, this is going to be a great reporting tool for you to become educated. That is MarketQuest. Next, we have rewards. Our rewards program is specific for you. So if you know of anybody who would fit the Coldwell Banker model, who you think Coldwell Banker could really help expand and explode the entrepreneurship that they already have, please do look into this and make sure that you recommend them to be interviewed here, either by your own managing broker or by a managing broker in the area that's closest to them. And if you actually submit a qualified candidate to Coldwell Banker, then you actually have an opportunity. You can earn the equivalent of 2% of the recruited sales associate's gross commission income. So that is really awesome. Just a great program to really benefit you and to continue bringing in new talent that keeps Coldwell Banker on top and cutting edge. So again, we always turn to you to help us. We're only as strong as our weakest link, and our industry, Coldwell Banker tries to set the bar as far as industry standards when it comes to the talent acquired. And you all are in our current sales force is one of the number one ways for us to do that. The type and feel of a person, of a business owner that we enjoy coaching and bringing up and helping to explode business with. And so if you know of that person, please, again, do let us know and be sure to check out your rewards program here. Next, we have agent earnings. Agent earnings is actually, mine's not going to allow me to get in. So what I do recommend you do is whenever you pop in here for the very first time, you are going to want to create a PIN for yourself. And agent earnings is simply just a reporting tool, and it's summarizing the income and the fees paid out per year for you. So this one is tied to your transactions. This is any fee that's associated with real estate, any any fee or any of the income, so any of those commissions that you're earning, all of that is reported here in your agent earnings tab. Great when it comes time for taxes. Next, you have your New Panda account. If I click a New Panda, this is an online marketing system. This is one of those set it and forget it tools. So very closely tied to your AVP. Every single month, we have a team of brilliant minds who are creating these amazing newsletters for you. They're popping them into your New Panda account, and then they're getting blasted out to all contacts that you have loaded in your New Panda account. Now, caveat to getting your contacts receiving this AVP. Number one, if you took part in the Broker Concierge program, that would mean you joined the company in the last 17 months. If you joined the company in the last 17 months, then this would have been a service offered for you that we would load the contacts in and ensure that they receive the newsletters. Now, if you haven't supplied a database or you want to do this on your own, you can either come into contacts, you're going to do import export, and you actually load your own file in here. And what you want to ensure you do is, let me find it right over here. If you either do an import or you manually add people here, you want to make sure that they're added to your primary sphere. Click on primary sphere, and you also want to check off real estate monthly AVP. Then you click add now. If you're doing your import export, you would have checked those two very same buttons for the entire list of people. And then you continue. So I would have clicked add now, and that is going to ensure that those people who are a part of my primary sphere and a part of the real estate monthly AVP will actually receive that newsletter. Now, don't worry. I do usually get the question following me saying that, well, what if, I don't want to bother people, so what if they hate receiving them? They can actually unsubscribe if they want, so no biggie. We all get hit with emails, and we are more than free to unsubscribe if we are annoyed by them. Just as an example of what some of those look like, I'm going to click on Real Estate Newsletter. I'm going to click on View Past Publications, and I want to look at the one, oh, this is July. This is not even a past. This is coming up. Oh, so maybe I clicked on Future. This is what our July promo will look like. So this will be an awesome one, and I believe we should probably still be talking about our Night at the Rockies. It's going to be coming up. But this is an example of what those newsletters will look like whenever they're hitting your clients. I recommend you adding yourself to the AVP list. That way you're constantly receiving those as well. Now, within your Messages tab, I went to Real Estate Newsletters just so I could see what some of those look like. I want to show you, though, if you click on Create New Message, you can actually come in here and create your own message. I encourage you to start with a template. This drop-down, well, these drop-downs are going to open up to even more drop-downs, but these are all pre-written pieces that you can use at your disposal for any reason at all. So you've got a ton. This should now defeat you ever saying, I don't have content. I don't know what to post on social media. I don't know what to go door knocking with. I don't know what to blog about. I don't know what to send people. You've got your answer right in here. So there's a ton of information in here that I definitely recommend you check out. Even these right here, pre-written articles of value, monthly digest. I actually get good information within here that I can use. So here's a piece every single month. If you are trying to get something out, like a little mailer to your sphere, if you want to like handwrite something, or if you're creating your own newsletter, this is very, very valuable for you. So you've got that all under Create New Messages. And then the last piece within Create New Messages is going to be listing marketing. You can click on Create New, and then you have all of this right here. You can load your property details, load some photos, and now you get to create a wonderful e-blast for yourself that can get mailed out. The last little piece in here is going to be within settings. It's right beneath your name up here. You want to make sure that display info, contact info, and images has all of the right information for you. Lastly, on social networks, you want to add in your social media links. And secondly, if you would like New Panda to post to your social media accounts, you want to click on Manage Your Social Networks, and then you actually want to sign into your account with any one of these links. Very, very nifty. So that's New Panda. And again, please ask any questions along the way should you have them. Now, next I'm going to look at Cole Realty Resource. Cole Realty Resource is an awesome third-party vendor. You can use them if you would like, but their purpose is that they actually provide you with databases. So they'll give you actual phone numbers, whether that's going to be landlines or cell phone numbers. They'll also give you email addresses, and this is an extremely useful tool to help you do any cold calling. So anytime that, either you're going to be a cold caller agent, which is, power to you, and there's so much business in that, and nobody enjoys doing that. So if that's something that you don't mind, I absolutely recommend doing that, because not everybody, to be frank, not everybody really just has the courage or the stamina to do that many phone calls. But there is business in doing so. So this is going to be a great place for you to get those phone numbers. Now, another way to utilize the service, though, is let's say you're going to host an open house. It would be very wise of you to actually phone all of the neighbors surrounding that house. And so this is a service that you can use to garner that information. Some of it's going to be it's going to come at a cost. So it just depends on the types of service that you're interested in getting. And I would just encourage you to come in here and maybe even talk to the representatives, because they even have software that's available to help you dial as well. So really good stuff there with Cole Realty Resource. Next, you have CoreFact. CoreFact is a print marketing system. You can come in here and order any types of print marketing that you might like. On our homepage is where all of the featured pieces are, so you can just click on anything that would interest you that you'd like to send out. We've got a global luxury section. You even have a My Template section, so you can create a 12-month campaign for yourself. If you're a designer, if you have your own designer, you can upload designs here and then get the postcards printed. Postcards, flyers, newsletters, stationery, so on and so forth. This is a great resource for you. Now, what I'd like for everybody to make sure is that if you go to account and personal information, you want to make sure all of your information is included in here. The reason being is that CoreFact is the engine, is the power engine behind listing rewards. So when you order listing rewards, the emails get shot to CoreFact, and CoreFact is the company who handles those orders. Now, if you get your personal information correct in there, you won't have to worry about adding that at a later time after ordering your listing rewards. It'll all be included here. So good stuff there. Next, let's go to market reports. Market reports, we actually hosted a class on this last Thursday, I think. Todd Moyer did a wonderful class on it. So market reports is a tool that you can use to generate both market city reports and new now is going to be area reports. So any of those kinds of items that you'd like to do, and it's just producing. It's a nice visual representation of just statistical data on the market. So very, very similar to Market Quest. Now, Market Quest, I was saying, was extremely analytical in that you're creating, your pie charts, your bar graphs, and different analysis of the market. That doesn't look nice to present to people. This, however, is going to be that piece that you want to actually give a person. So you can click on Create Report, and then it's just going to ask you, so I'm going to click on New because I want to create a new report, and I'm going to follow all of the steps that it's asking me. Report name, maybe Bill Johnson asked me to give him a report on the market in the Cherry Creek School District, just going along with the example I gave earlier. So I'm going to come in here, I'm going to type up, I forget whose name I said, Bill Johnson, Bill Johnson report for Cherry Creek School District. I can include my search criteria here. Once I just clicked in that box, and then it's going to ask me to choose everything that I want for the search criteria. So this is where I get to list all of that information. Contact, who am I listing for my contact? If you ever have questions too, I wanted to point this out, is that these little question marks are always going to give you little hints as far as what that is. So you enter all of your information, and then you can preview a report. It's going to give you a really clean piece. Oops, I didn't mean to cancel. Yes. It's going to give you a really clean reporting PDF. You can print that. You can post it on social media. You can email it. Lots of really good stuff. So that is Market Reports. Moxie Present. I don't know if you actually have this showing on your NRT Gateway, but we are still working on this, so don't even worry about that one. You don't have CB Briefs, so forget that. Express Stocks is next. Express Stocks is another print marketing vendor. Give me 1 second. I don't want to get in that way. You would click on your own Express Stocks button, and it's going to take you to this screen here. Now, when you come into this screen, it's exactly like CoreFact in that you can just order any types of print marketing that you might need. All of your promo items are going to be listed here. And then, of course, you've got stationery, postcards, brochures, pamphlets, business cards, any type of little swag that you might be interested in, some calendars, all of that kind of stuff. So it's just your online store. You can come in here, you can order anything that you'd like. You can even have everything shipped to addresses from Express Stocks, or you can have everything delivered to your home or your office, in bulk. So good stuff with Express Stocks. Next, I'm going to get into direct deposit enrollment. This is a new feature now. So again, create your PIN. Everything that is secured even further than the NRT Gateway is also secured behind a PIN, which is really good for you. You know, we want to make sure that we're offering our sales force with security first and foremost. You guys keep a lot of sensitive information on clients, and that's why we have the NRT Gateway that is password protected, and that's why you're going to have an 8-digit passcode on your phone, because we don't want to make it easy for any hackers to get in. And same goes with all of this involving your money. We want to make sure that it's only you that can access that information. So direct deposit enrollment is so that you no longer do you have to get paid at the table with a physical check. You can actually have the money directly deposited. So I would create your PIN. It's going to have you fill out a form. Just get that submitted, and then you can be enrolled in our direct deposit. Let's not talk about this one yet, because that's going to come out hopefully in the next 2 months or so. Maybe it'll be a back-to-school presentation that we do for that one. Well, next we have Coldwell Banker Listing Rewards. Coldwell Banker Listing Rewards is a phenomenal listing marketing program. Anytime you take a listing, I could not urge you more to take part in the Listing Rewards program. You pay. Sorry, I'm getting so tongue-tied here. You pay one flat fee, and all marketing is handled for you. You sit back, you relax, you go show some more homes, you go list some more homes. This is just a way to really allow you the time to do what you actually are wanting to do, which is help people buy and sell real estate. So you pay your flat fee. Let's say I choose the gold package. I'm going to select choose. Now it drops me down, and I just fill out all of the information that I need to submit my order for my listing rewards. If you're wondering what the packages have, you can click on show details, and this is going to show you everything that you get for the gold package, which is quite a bit for $400. It's remarkable how much you get for these prices. If you're new to real estate altogether, please just believe your managing broker, myself, and every other agent who tells you that this is well worth $1 spent versus you going off and individually hiring a photographer, individually getting your just listed postcards printed, created and printed. So the money that you spend here is extremely well worth $1, and we're now replicating this program in other markets in the United States, as this is a Colorado born and bred program. So you're very lucky to have something like this. It's really awesome. So you'll submit all of your information. You are guaranteed to have photography taken of your listing within 3 days after hitting that submit button. And after that photography is done, you will have your photos within 24 hours. Awesome. The photographers will actually upload everything for you, and CoreFact then can start doing all of the marketing pieces. So good stuff with listing rewards. Next, we have CB Homes Admin. You can click on CB Homes Admin, and this is the back end to your Colorado home site. So when you pop in here, this is going to show you all of the information on the back end of your site. So you're going to want to click on My Profile. You can click on View My Profile. And you can hit your edit tool, and this is how you're actually going to start editing all of the information for yourself. So this is a very new platform. Our interface looked a lot differently whenever we met, but still the same idea. So you just click again My Profile, and then you can click within the edit tools to actually edit any of the information within. Really, really awesome. You can also find people, different agents, or anybody that you're looking for within the Coldwell Banker Network. You can search for here. Same goes for offices. You can click on Find Office, and you can find information on any office, as well as the managing broker. Listings. You can create listings within here. So this is a tab that your office will likely be assisting you with from the MLS side, but you can also create pieces within here for yourself. You can generate reports for yourself based off of your CB admin area. And then, of course, you can go into your actual user accounts right here. So if I were to come in here, I can change anything within. If I go to agent tools, if I look at property tools, admin tools, reporting tools, anything of the sort, you're able to get it in via your CBH configurations tab. Next, we have AR account. AR account, usually I think I may have set the pin on this one, but your AR account is your accounts receivable. I recommend you check this at least once a month. I have had an agent who has been with us for quite some time, and for some reason hadn't jumped into her AR account and didn't realize that all of her charges were unpaid in here, and so she owed a pretty big sum there. I think it was over the course of like 14 months. But do get in the habit of checking this at least once a month. And these are going to be charges. So this is separate from your agent earnings. Remember, agent earnings is only tied to the transactions that you're actually closing. That's commissions and that's fees. Now, your AR account is anything that's owed to the company. That's going to be your AVP gets charged through here. Let's say that the company, Chris McGatt does this quite a bit where we'll host coaching seminars, and maybe the cost is, I don't know, $800. And he'll say, for you guys, don't you worry though, we're going to be able to do a payment plan. So he actually fronts the money for you and pays that whole, and then you then are on a payment plan, of $100 a month, $200, whatever it is. But that gets billed to you in your AR. So don't think that maybe you got away with it. It's actually in your AR account. So do go through this. Make sure that you are in the know of what charges are being posted here. And if you have any questions about your AR statement, please see your office administrator. In the DTC office, that's Tammy White, and I see that we have some DTC agents on the call right now. So that would be Tammy White that you're going to want to speak with. In the Devonshire office, because I see that we have Devonshire agents as well on the webinar. You're going to want to speak with Shyla Rogers. She's your OA for that office, so do make sure that you are connecting with whichever is your OA in your respective office to go through your AR. Also, I was looking at that clock earlier. I need to find a clock for a really large wall that I have. NRTGateway, sorry, I need to get back in there. Your AR account is where I was leaving off. The last thing that I was going to mention about the AR statement is that this is going to be really good as well when it comes time for taxes. The NRT Do Not Contact List. So the NRT Do Not Contact List is really nifty. If you are given an entire list of phone numbers or an entire list of email addresses or physical addresses from an unsecured third-party source, you want to make sure that you run those numbers or addresses or whatever it is through this system to ensure that the owner of that phone number or address has not registered on the do not contact list. If they do show up on the do not contact list, this system will tell you, and then you do not contact that person. So we just want to make sure that you protect yourself, and we don't want you to get in trouble. So we do supply you with this software here that can run a check against any numbers and lists that you might have. Gosh darn it, I did it again. I keep logging out. Okay, very last thing is going to be your preferred alliances. Now, your preferred alliances are basically, think of it as your coupon booklet. You can come in here and you see all of the different discounts that you receive with certain companies. Some of these you can actually gift to your clients. The Coldwell Banker Home Protection Plan is a great example of that. If you're not giving out warranties to your buyers, I think this is a great way to start winning some offers in today's market. But you have a ton of different sources that you can use. You've got Dell, DS&D for any furniture solutions. Ethan Allen is huge, and I believe that's one that you can also gift to clients. HPI, Hold.com, lots of really good stuff within here. If you have printing needs, anything that you find in here, these are all going to be cost savings for you as an associate, as well as a few options within here that you can also gift to your clients. So that is about all that I have for you today. Let's get back up here. Thank you so very much for watching. I hope that you did find some of that information helpful. The very last thing that I did want to mention is if you do have questions on any application within your NRT Gateway, on any one of those tiles, you can always call our NRT Gateway help desk. And that number is going to be 1-877-NRT-HELP. I actually have that programmed in my phone. I probably give them a call once a day over some random help that I need that day. But they're really awesome. They're very stellar. It's a team of brilliant people who are waiting for those calls to come in. Now, they are trained on all of those tiles. If, though, there are kind of deeper technical issues with any one of those tiles, they will actually get a ticket for you, and they will reach out to the owner operator of that specific company, that tile, and they will have that team get in contact with you. Please save that ticket number, because that's going to be your reference for the future. So again, if it just gets way too technical for them, then they do just have somebody reach out to you that can help you directly. And that it's a quick process. Like I said, I probably call the NRT help desk once a day, and I'm serviced pretty quickly, and I cannot complain about them. They are helping our entire nation, and they help me on a daily basis. So I do recommend giving them a call if there are any issues that you might be having. And I'm always here for any help as well. You can reach me by email is probably the best. It's Katrina, Katrina.debacco, DEBACCO @coloradohomes.com. And I'm always here to help in any way that I can. If there's ever something that I don't know, I often know the person to get you to that can help you. So I won't leave you hanging. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'm here for any questions following. Have a great rest of the week. Thanks so much.